This week in Grand Theft Auto Online, you can earn double money on sale missions with special cargo. I'm actually surprised that Rockstar has done this once again so soon, because just a few months ago we had another double sale mission on special cargo, but I'm not going to complain. This is millions upon millions of dollars that you can earn in just a few hours of grinding. So in today's video, I'll be showcasing the most effective ways to making as much money as possible with special cargo this week to maximize on the bonus. Let's get into it. Starting off, you're going to want to own large warehouses. For the true money grinders out there, you probably think that this is silly, but there are players who don't actually own large warehouses. And this week, it is going to be absolutely mandatory that if you want to make money with special cargo, you gotta buy the large warehouses that come with them. But you're in luck. They are 40% off this week. So what normally would cost you around 2 million, upwards of 2.5 mil, might only cost you around 1 million to 1.5 mil. It's still expensive, but it's a lot cheaper. And judging that if you get the high demand bonus with your sale missions, each warehouse can be worth upwards of 5.5 million. So it's definitely worth it to spend some of that cash you've been saving on large warehouses if you plan to fill them up this week. There are 8 warehouses in total that you can buy across Los Santos, some of which are near the airport, being 2, and then we have another one all the way up top near Vinewood Hills, and then the 5 that I personally own. I would highly recommend to buy the 5 warehouses that I've purchased. Sure, they are some of the most expensive that you can find, but the reason I own these warehouses is down to the fact that you can very easily go from one to the next one to the next one to the next one to pay your associates to source you crates while you are also sourcing them yourself. Speaking of associates that source you crates, let's break into that now. How do they work and how much money are you going to make? Essentially, when you buy a large warehouse, or any warehouse at that, you have an assistant inside of all the warehouses that you own. And if you walk up to that assistant, you can pay them $7,500 to go source you a random amount of crates, 1 to 3. This is really nice. And if you own the warehouses like I do in a strip, it only takes me about 3 minutes on average to go through each one, pay all the associates to go source me crates, and then go back to my merry ways. The great thing about the countdown is that it's a 48-minute timer that does not get affected by anything what you do. Even if you close GTA for 48 minutes and load it back up, it will give you the crates at that timer. That's incredible. Compare that to a lot of other passive businesses like the nightclub or the bunker or the motorcycle club. If you're, for example, doing the Cayo Perico heist, you will not make money while doing the gather intel mission or the heist itself, which means a good 20 to 30 minutes of you actually doing the heist, you're not making any money in your passive businesses. That is the same for the Dr. Dre. Any of the missions you actually do don't count towards your passive income. But when it comes to the crate sourcing, the 48-minute timer is not affected by literally anything. As I said, this is great because it means you have a consistent cash flow. How much money will you make? Well, if you own 5 large warehouses on average, it's about $144,000 an hour. That's pretty good, especially because this week the income is doubled, so you're going to be making $280,000 an hour just by driving to 5 different warehouses and paying a small fee. While your associates are getting you crates, you obviously want to be sourcing them yourself if your warehouses aren't full, due to the fact that, again, it's a double money week. There's a lot of players out there that say, oh, you should go for the 2,000 or the 8,000 crate bundle because it's cheaper, but I don't fully agree with that. It is much faster to buy the 3 crate bundle for $18,000 than it is to go out of your way and buy the 2 crate or 1 crate bundle. It's going to take you a heck of a lot longer to get that 1 crate, drive it back, and then start a new source than it is just to grab those 3 crates, especially because you will get a single vehicle for certain deliveries. I have just delivered a cargo shipment, and as you can see, I'm currently inside of my warehouse. Unfortunately, all you can do on the warehouse computer is sell cargo, so you can't actually source it from here, which is a bit annoying, I'm not gonna lie. So you have 2 options at this point to very quickly source cargo. You can either do my suggestion, which is gonna go to your interaction menu, set your spawn location to Maze Bank West, and then just load into a new lobby. You can see I'm gonna press find new session, invite only. This literally takes like maybe 10 10 to 20 seconds to do, and it's going to load you right into your office building, as we can see. So this is one of the really fast methods. Once you're inside of your office building, this is really unique because of the fact that A, you can call in a helicopter right outside of your concierge, but as well, you can also just, start any source you want. So I really like the spawn into your office building method. It literally only it's been 20 seconds so far. And just like that, we are inside of our office building, even done with the shower animation. So it's really easy. The second option is using the Terabyte. We're going to exit our warehouse, and as we exit it, you're going to see I've parked my Terabyte right outside. So this is really simple. All we need to do is walk right to our Terabyte and then enter the little touchscreen panel here. It's going to go blah, blah, blah. And then from this area, we are able to source special cargo. So as you can see, we can choose which warehouse we want to do. So we'll do our logistics depot, confirm. And then after we have sourced our special cargo, we need to then leave the cab of our Terabyte. Then we're going to drive into the cab of this vehicle, and we are going to then drive to our next warehouse, which is, well, this one right over here. Okay, I'm going to stop this already here. It's been 32 seconds, and as you can see, we have not gotten anywhere with the Terabyte. There are so many people that are still probably going to try and argue, oh, the Terabyte's faster if you do this or that. Nah. It's not faster. Stop using the Terabyte. Just teleport into your office building. It's way easier and way simpler. Now we arrive to raids. If you own a large warehouse with over 78 crates stored, you have the possibility of those crates being raided. Now, the good news is that if you do actually fail the raid, you will only get brought down to 78 crates. So it's not like it's the end of the world when you get raided, but it is still a setback and it can waste a lot of time. The good news is that your warehouse has to sit dormant for 5 hours to have a raid possibly occur. What that means is that essentially if you're grinding special cargo this week, it's not going to matter. You shouldn't have to worry about being raided. Just make sure you're constantly keeping your warehouses upkept, or there is that slight possibility. After filling your 111 crate warehouses, each one you fill is worth $4.2 million. Yes, you heard that right. $4.2 million. That is absolutely insane. But there's a bit of a catch. You can make that even more money, upwards of $6.6 million, if you decide to sell in a public lobby with over 21 players. But obviously, that is a very, very scary choice. Do you want 100% guarantee to make $4 million, or a not 100% guarantee to make $6.6 million? My personal suggestion is sell solo. I know I'm a big advocate for selling in public lobbies, but at the same time, it's really, really sketchy, even for a player like myself, to do challenges where I try to make that extra bit of money. Sure, sometimes, like when I set the record for the most money made in one day at 50 million, I was able to complete all my sale missions with no problems. But that doesn't mean everybody will be able to, and I guarantee if a couple thousand people end up watching this video, some of you might get really bad luck. So I'm not gonna be the one with the bad news on my shoulder. I would recommend to sell solo. If you want to take the risk to sell in a public lobby, you can, but as a warning, if your product gets blown up in any way, you lose all 111 crates and you have to start from scratch. So yeah, it's a pretty big L if it does get blown up. Hopefully you enjoyed today's video. If you'd like to see more like this, please consider smashing that subscribe button down below, and I'll see you all in the next one. Bye-bye.